Yeah.
And it's been popping up across other regions too. That 5 Enigma. This is not just some enclosed idea.
It's just NA, Dakota. Okay, we create everything. The beginning is here. The end is another region. See?
We are the circle.
But the beginning is the end.
Exactly.
We are Europe.
We are NA.
Technically, that's true.
Everywhere.
If you go,
we're global.
If you go back far enough, we technically are Europe.
True.
Probably as well as like a bunch of other.
What do you mean? Not just a bunch. Everyone's related. If you go back far enough, Jenkins. That's how it works.
I disagree with that.
That's true. We were created from. Never mind. Bat Rider third.
Aliens. Bat Rider. You thought he was eliminated from this patch, but Sadboys, who are not reading the patch, say Bat Rider's still good, and they pull him in instead. So, no, but in seriousness, why is he here when I thought he was supposed to be a dead hero, gentlemen?
Sticky napalm. Jesus, I can't speak today. This shirt is really constricting my head right now. I can't think of anything.
Blame the shirt.
50% less damage to creeps from sticky napalm. That is one of the biggest nerfs I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah, so basically this Bat Rider hero is like exclusively a mid now because you need like level 8 before you do any damage to heroes, and you can't damage creeps anymore. So like you have to be mid, and it's interesting. If this was like an Alk mid, I'd think like, okay, well sure, like you can really pressure the Alk like once you have like level 6, 7, 8. But you know, Alk is traditionally played as a carry these days, so. The Bat, yeah, I don't know. He's not going to be as like hyper farmed. He's not going to keep up with the Alchemist like Bat used to be able to. I mean, it's literally half as fast. Like that's insanely slow.
Yeah, and maybe there was some flexibility for the Alk to maybe be showcased in the offlane, something we haven't seen too much in this region, but has been dabbled with in others. But now with the Death Prophet coming out, it seems like he's kind of set in stone as that win condition still. The Jug comes out, a formidable core to go against the likes of the Clockwork. Do they have any way to kind of stun him through? Spin doesn't really look like it.
Abyssal Blade. Alchemist will surely get that at some point.
Well, Clock ult. That's.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, true.
Also, I think the DP in lane is actually one of the best heroes against Jug because you just sit from far away and like smack him with big right clicks, and it's literally the fastest move speed hero in the entire game. So she just runs away from Jug. Yeah, 335.
Do you have an issue with that, knowing that she doesn't have a mount? Like, there's a bunch of heroes with mounts that are just really slow for some reason. And
I mean, if I'm being honest, like a Banshee or like Ghost, if I saw one, I'd think I could probably run away from it. Like, they're dead. They're not that fast, you know? She doesn't even have legs.
They kind of glide slowly, right?
Yeah, right. That's like the sinister horror movie kind of villain, like, slowly gets to you while you're running away, afraid. Yeah, right. It's kind of bullshit. It doesn't make any sense.
So I think they could just add a mount to her for that to be correct.
Like a ghost
horse.
Yeah,
that's
we're
right.
We're on the
a
same
pale
page.
Horse, in other words.
Could be a pale horse, yeah.
All right, so we're looking for a mid laner for Zoomers, and I guess it could be an offlane Bat Rider, I get, but you talk about how it's only good mid right now. So used to be a huge flex pick. They're still banning mids. From 4 Zoomers, so they don't really care about the offlane right now, it looks like.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, they actually think it's going to be an offlane bat. I would really not want to do that if I was Sadboys, because I feel like Alka's going to have like 2 bracers, wand, phase boots, battle fury components by the time Bat Rider can actually apply any pressure. And then like with those items, like good luck pressuring him. Nobody can pressure a goddamn Alk who's level 6. It's actually really annoying. I've laned against this hero a bunch because everybody's picking it in carry position. You could be like Timber, Legion, like whatever pressuring hero you want to be. You just can't stand an acid spray. It's actually really hard to pressure an Alk. This thing just does too much damage.
Yeah, it's a tough lane though, Alk and Edge, right? So who is going to be able to measure up against that if it's not going to be a Bat Rider?
Monkey King wasn't banned. That would be decent.
What has Gunnar played so far? Looking at the 4 Zoomers pick, Morphling is gone. He's played some Monkey King. Obviously, all the spirits. Void Spirit's still there. Was he touched in the patch?
He got two less base damage. But
Okay, so he's worthless now. Gotcha.
he's completely garbage. Yeah, he's hot garbage. He's about Batrider level. Damn, you know Nyx has a 12% win rate this week in DPC. 12%. 12%.
This
Not
is
looking
after the
good.
patch?
This is after the patch. Yeah, not looking good. It's rough.
Well, the Void Spirit's there. And, we'll see if on the 4-Zoomer side, if there's any kind of shenanigans with the flexibility of these roles, or if they're kind of content with it as it stands. They have Gunner's last pick to take on whatever the Void Spirit may be.
When is the last time we've seen a DP mid? Could they do that? No. Okay. Going with the Quinn Tiny. Copying Mr. Quinn himself.
Yeah. They did I mean, they banned out all the spirits against Quincy Crew, and Tiny was the next go-to in line for multiple games now. And you're right, 4-Zoomers see that. They take a page, and they're going to run with it, gentlemen. Do you think it's good enough for them to get the win? What's your prediction here, Sunset?
Not a big believer in the Nyx Assassin right now. Obviously, Tiny blows up 4 out of these 5 heroes, pretty much. He's good against Void Spirit and lane because all the magic damage just goes through the shield and whatnot. So 4-Zoomers.
I would agree. I actually think Tiny blows up 5 out of 5 of these heroes. Like, Jug is one of these, like, squishy... Like, he's hard to kill because of his armor and his spin, but if you can catch him with the Avatos, like, he actually dies. And I don't think there's anything that counters Alk. Like, I don't see how they deal with Alk. I feel like 4-Zoomers just has, like, a way better draft.
All right, our panel confident in 4-Zoomers on this one. Let's go into a real fast break, but then when we come back, we'll hear from our commentators here as we have Trent and GoDz to bring you the coverage.
Welcome back. We've got a pretty exciting match in our hands here. 4-Zoomers taking on Sadboys, 2 teams who on paper pretty evenly matched. Unfortunately, 2 teams who find themselves in the middle of the pack, but they are battling for some placing, for some prize money, and for Sadboys for, not getting eliminated. So we're going to see if they can win this one, Trent. It's a tough best of 3, though. I think 4-Zoomers have looked overall a little bit more solid.
Yeah, we've been waiting out this region, see how it all shakes out. A lot of uncertainty coming in, just like a lot of curiosities as to who's going to match up versus who. And this is one of those matchups that, like, right at the start of the season, I think would have been a really good, like, barometer to try and figure out the strength. Because, like, the Zoomers obviously grinding out a lot over the big COVID era of tournaments, whereas Sadboys just kind of hobbled together out of some players. So, and instead we get them at the end of the entire league. And with some fresh changes to a couple of heroes in this game, I like the idea of the Nyx covering for the bat, but Moo's got to really flex this hero now in his current state.
Yeah, I feel like the first thing when this was picked up, Jenkins was like, this hero's just dead except as a mid laner, and they're going to push it into that off lane. So we're going to see just whether or not Batrider can play in the off lane with less levels after the nerfs, because there was some doubts about just how this hero can work. And I think for 4-Zoomers, the key thing is if they can get a matchup where maybe the Alk isn't laning against this Batrider, things look really good for them. It does seem like they're considering switching their lanes around.
Yeah, they definitely have the knowledge.
Actually, they see fear. Okay, no, they are gonna. It looked like Sammy started walking bottom, but he's gonna stick it out up top. And he's got an Ench. I feel like Ench is one of those heroes that can just secure almost any lane.
Man, she's actually so good. I feel inspired when I watch Husky play this hero. The Husky Ench, the Husky Chen. Because sometimes it feels like she turns into like a flavor hero where everyone just sees everyone else picking it and then it doesn't like look good or something. But the real Ench players, the ones who know where to go to grab the creep just because the hard camp's blocked and then they come back and still rock the lane. The ones who know like the matchups and which creeps are good in it. But those players make the hero look really broken.
Yeah. And I think it's something very specific to NA where the 5 position NA are just so lane dominating, like more so than other regions. Like players like Husky, he's not like a big name, well-known player. Outside of NA, most people probably haven't heard of him, but he is such a laning specialist.
Why does it take away 4 armor at level 1 acid spray? You see it's 20 damage per second, but relative to adding on minus armor, it's a lot of damage.
I feel like that would be one of the easiest ways to nerf Alk is just make it -1 armor for acid spray at all levels or something. Just nerf that level 1 acid spray. Make it -3,
Hold on.
You're not about the Alk
kill
nerfs?
the man, okay.
-3 instead of -4 armor at level 1, I don't think would kill the hero, would it?
I thought you meant take away 3 armor at all levels.
Oh, no, -1.
Yeah, I got you.
-1 armor from acid spray. And we're going to see them fight it out at top underneath the acid spray. Ench could be in some trouble. Has the fairy fire. They're just going to go into a right-click battle, and Sadboys going to win this one with the fire-flying Batrider.
Very well done. That's kind of stuff you need, right? Propel that early game for the bat.
Yep.
Pulling the levels and taking advantage of the level 2.
One of those trades where they invested a lot of health, though, to kill an Ench, while Alk didn't really get pressured at all, though. So Ench is going to come right back into this lane. I do like that Snake King is making sure they block this big camp. I feel like often these Enches get level 1 impetus, and people are like, okay, don't need to block the camp, and then Ench hits level 2, and the lane kind of falls apart.
Yeah, and that's one thing Nyx is also still very good at. It's just the body, right? 4.5 HP regen, 4 armor. Oh, nice. Gets the impale on the range creep, too.
We're taking a lot of damage. Has a fairy fire up top, so not going to die here. Just kind of doing a little bit of baiting. Has a salve as well as bottle charges to keep him in the lane. So already bottle level 3 on this Bat Rider. So looking like a good start to Moo's game.
And yes, as noted in our last match, the number keeps going up for PBD. He's trying to catch up to Puppy's Crystal Maiden record. A couple more. He's just one game behind tying Puppy. I think Peter probably knows.
He is a big. Even in his pubs, I feel like I'm always seeing PPD playing the old Crystal Maiden.
I think she's a great pub hero, and I think despite not being able to like push objectives, which tends to be a very good 5 property in pubs, you can just get an item when I play Crystal Maiden. It feels nice.
I think it's the same reason like people like playing Moran. It's just having that insta kill on neutral creeps just feels good.
You know, sometimes you gotta take charge in the pub environment.
Yep. And hey, you know, as a CM, you're helping your team. You know, you get that aura later on. Although, no
I will
points in it
say
yet.
I do particularly like it versus Alchemist because in the best games versus Alch that I've seen, the idea is staying on his side of the map a lot and trying to bully him in that jungle phase when he goes, they're gonna grab Husky. Okay,
Husky
I mean
again.
they stick, but at least they have those versus the bat. And his lane, I mean, his last hits are still fine. So, like, you know, you see Husky dying. The fact that his first blood was kind of rough, and now it's a second kill again. But as long as he's getting all these creeps, this is actually kind of fine.
Yeah. Moo gets up to 9 napalm sacks, but not all I can do. Mid lane, they've rotated an Ocean, but even the Boots Clockwork not going to secure this. They're trying to secure the 4-minute runes. It's going to spawn down bottom, and 4 Zoomers have kind of flubbed this one. They didn't get to either top or bottom rune, and DNM bottles it down bottom, so bit of a misplay.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward, huh? Rough for old Gunner there. You'd love to have a 4-minute haste rune on a Tiny. That's like a free kill on pretty much anyone.
Yeah. Tiny is mentioned. We saw Quinn play it the other day. It seems like the backup spirit. You know, no spirit heroes available for your mid laner, and they need a playmaker. Grab the old Tiny. We saw Quinn on it do pretty well.
I say we got first pick Tiny. I mean, I wasn't really a huge fan at first. I'm still not really that into the first pick Tiny, but it's definitely been flexed down there. They have a lot of Tiny players looking for the blow up kills.
Are they putting into like 3 and 4 position, or how flex we
just
talking?
4, and it's the 4 Tinies. Ooh, those are rough. I'm not a fan of the first pick Tiny, mostly because of that. But
yeah,
you know, as long as they force it mid, it goes pretty well. M is heading just to his bounty rune by the looks of it.
3 bounty runes against Alk. That's what you always hope for.
Yeah, seriously, that's awesome. And then, yeah, so anyway, again, CM, like, this idea of just staying on this side of the map, like, the mana regen is huge for that. Because you look at Bat and Void Spirit and even just, like, Nyx Assassin, it's going to make them very happy, right? You have Tranquils on Nyx and a CM Aura. Like, you should be able to just stay on the map the whole time.
Yeah, and a hero like Bat, you're often praying for that Royal Jelly just to help your mana problem, so having a CM will make Moo's life just a little bit easier. See, 4 Zoomers continue to do a good job just securing Sammy's farm, so despite Husky's 2 deaths, it feels like this lane's going well. They are going to go aggressive. Up top, they're going, they want Sammy Boy, and with PPD showing up, they should have this kill. Out goes down, and Husky going to be chased here. Has a lot of 1 charges, needs to get back to his tower, but not sure he's going to be able to get to this one. The Firefly about to wear off. Another Impale is up, but he doesn't have the mana for it, so Husky back in his tower will still go down.
Yeah, PVD had the Clarity rocking, so that's a good tip for you guys who are going to pick up Crystal Main. Buy Clarities. You think you don't need Clarities, you actually need like Clarities and Mangoes in the early game. Alright? I promise they're worth it. A classic CM mistake.
That was like when this hero started to fall off, was when Ice Rock just kept nerfing the mana cost of all these spells.
And her int. She got dumber than Ogre, I believe, at one point.
I remember level 1 Nova used to cost like 90, 95 mana or something. It was, oh, it was so nice.
Oh, the days of value. Now you got a TP for 90. Inflation's rough, man. Gold and mana inflation.
Yeah.
It hurts. Gunner.
So coming top, yeah. Gunner's not scouted by any kind of a ward here, and they're going to get some good vision on the high ground here. Husky maybe got spotted there, but Gunner coming through the tower is making the move. They want Moo, whose Firefly is going to come back up, but I believe Moo should be going down. The toss is going to be on a creep. That's not enough damage, and Moo maybe going to be able to survive for at least a little bit longer. He buys time for DNM to rotate in, and they're looking for Sammy. This is a big kill if they can get it. PPD's made the move up here as well, so one down, and Moo's still alive. Gunner, what's he going to get out of this one? He gets caught by an Impale. He's being absolutely outplayed. Move runs into the Enchantress Zone with the toss damage. They'll get the kill. Really nice play from Move, but unfortunately he just ran out of options at the end. But he may set his team up for more kills here, as Snaking has a Carapace. DNM has to perhaps back off a little bit here. He's out of Astral Steps for a couple of seconds. Needs to get away from Ocean's Battery Assault. Astral Steps away. Toss in, though, with the Battery Assault. Ocean doesn't have any points in the cogs to push it back. And with that Avalanche Tree Throw, they're going to get one more kill. Make it 2 with PPD going down. Good move from Gunner and Ocean there to make that trade work out well for Zoomers.
How did that go so poorly after how that started? It was looking nice. I guess just Gunner, the dedication to chase down that Bat Rider really paying off there. Now Snaking out of everything.
Yeah. Bit of a bloodbath up top.
Yeah, everyone showed up. So that was the first mover advantage actually working out. I guess the vision on the high ground certainly helping. I mean, it gets dewarded in the end there, but just Husky planting that ward down kind of gives them an idea, survey the area to help turn that all around as well. So well done on that front. And that sends Gunner back to the mid lane now, and some heroes will get a little bit of time up top as Sammy Boy begins the jungling. Don't see any stacks quite yet for him, but you can manage those yourself. Oh, here we go. First bounty. Oh yeah, that's GG.
It's going to be a good
shovel
game.
bounty. That's I'm all my loonies on this game for the Zoomers now.
Yeah, little it feels like Fear's been having a lot of space made for him, although Brax hasn't left the lane, but he's not completely free farming down here. He's only 5th on the net worth for now. Has a rotation coming in with DNM making a move. A kill on Braxy would be really nice. That's a core offlane DP who hasn't seen much pressure go away.
How is he so tanky? What?
Yeah, just
what a hero.
Yeah, just siphons. He's been storing up those siphons for a rainy day, and that rainy day came when Sadboys showed up.
All right, I was not a believer. I just thought like they're gonna cast all their spells and rip out the Omni, but Fear saw it. He's like, "There's no way."
Top lane, meanwhile, Fear's rotated. Just a clockwork, but they'll take it.
DNM has the record for the most kills in a game for the NA DPC. I didn't know that. Well done, DNM. 1-1. Solid start for now.
I'm guessing he was playing a Spirit that game.
Ooh, Storm? Yeah, I think it was Storm too. That's the one that's in my head.
That makes sense. I think that was one of the games against A-Team where it was just like a bloodbath game.
Yeah, it was.
Where A-Team just kept running in. Okay, it was against A-Team? Got it.
Yeah, Storm versus A-Team.
Somehow I knew A-Team would be on the wrong side of that record. I love the guys. I mean, they've had some good games here and there, but they've also had some games where they just run in and,
no matter what happens,
feed.
They're the funnest to watch. I think Sunfin was right about that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited we get some tiebreakers. Unfortunately for them, Sadboys couldn't get the job done against Black and Yellow, but tiebreakers definitely will be very exciting for this NA region.
Oh, Brax, after living through that assassination attempt, has pushed into this tower. There's vision in behind now, scouting that Snaking's there and any potential TPs, and Snaking's on an island here.
Yep, with Spirit Siphon slow, Gunner shows up as well. They're just going to let him go, and the tower going to be claimed by Gunner, who gets a little bit closer to his Blink Dagger now.
I think he was trying to get the little tunnel going where you impale them up and run under, but Ocean got the cogs down in time.
Yeah. Similar play at top, Sadboys, they got the clockwork kill, then they pushed the tier 1 tower, but it does feel like there's not really been any pressure at all onto Sammy Boy's farm. His Battle Fury almost completed now.
And Moo having this lasso too, they'd love to find him here. Looks like he's got a general idea that they're up here, though. You can tell by the way Sammy's farming the camp.
Yeah. He's got the Battle Fury now, so you're a little bit too late. Even if you do kill him, he may... Yeah, he doesn't, he doesn't even go for that last neutral. Back. Yeah. Once he lost aggro, he just gave it up and will happily go back to his triangle with his Battle Fury.
Whoa!
Shot. Slightly off the mark.
Very aggressive. I mean, they have the siege wave, so that they kind of want pressure at tier 2. It's being 11 minutes.
I think they just know Snaking's alive. It's one of those plays where it feels like they're just trying to force TPs. Like, if they get TPs, they'll just back off. We've seen it a lot where you kind of just poke in. And if no one TPs, you take the kill.
And I mean, they've accomplished part 1 of playing versus Alk. They've taken half his jungle. I mean, that's certainly good. Unfortunately, they still haven't really slowed him down at all. They need to chase him further. They need vision to try and hunt him.
Yeah, and he's going to happily move down bottom if bottom frees itself up. Brax down bottom, though, meanwhile, gets off 2 Spirit Siphons. He's healing through this Bat Rider damage. He's going to go for the TP out, and he's just going to live. They don't have the damage for it.
Galaxies of space being made here.
Definitely deceptively tanky the Death Prophet when you get those Spirit Siphons off.
Boy's so huge right now. Just like a max out greed, no concerns about anything. He's been rolling with this full stack of greed for ages now. It's kind of gross to watch. I mean, this is you're playing in the game and you can't watch the Alk the whole time, and you just get worried about what he's going to look like the next time he comes into vision, and I'd be very concerned right now if I was Sadboys.
Yeah, especially if they lose mood down bottom. If his Firefly ends, he could be getting hookshotted, but he'll get back to the safety of his tower. They're still fishing. Gunner doesn't have a blink dagger, which is good news.
Yeah, if you get a blink, I'm sure they go for this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, Moon kind of highlighted this a bit, in a more memey, kind of flamey way, where it's like, 4 Zoomers only have these 3 strats. But I think the big point there to me to take away is that 4 Zoomers are really good at these 3 stats. That's when they're like playing their best Dota, when they can get the Alk, the Morphling, or the Monkey King. So 4 Zoomers are very much in their comfort zone right now with this free farming out.
Oh, and here we go. First time.
Yeah.
I think they got him. Finally invading into the jungle. Got him in the lane, and now they got him in his little safe haven.
Yeah, early Spirit Vessel.
That was a bold TP.
Okay.
He's not going to die for it, but...
Not going to get back. They are going to lose Ocean down mid, as well as defend their tier 1 mid tower. Does get down to deny range, so we'll see if they go for the deny or not.
And that's a Maelstrom done on Fear. So now it's time to try and utilize this healing ward and get some map control, right? Take another tier 1, ideally.
Yeah, especially this tier 1 mid will give them a lot of access into that dire side of the map, but allow them to constantly invade both jungles. But firstly, they want to get some more kills here. Brax in full retreat with Husky. Big rotations from Sadboys. They going to stop Husky's TP, but DNM knows the bigger fish to fry is Brax. And they completely ignore the Enchantress, knowing that there's no TP to worry about there. The Cogs coming into play to try and protect it, but Ocean may just be giving away his own life as well. They're just adding extra casualties to this. There's a nice flame break. We'll pull him back in then.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Oh,
that's another point in the aura too, so keep us sustained, move across. I love this. I 100% agree with no ulti this game for PTD. I think that this is I need to max my aura as fast as possible now.
Radiant's middle tower.
And despite, I thought Fear was going to take mid, but he takes his own mid tower there with the deny.
Yeah, I think, Tiny showed up, and now there's a Blink Dagger. It's kind of go time for Gunner, who's going to get the Avatos at the top bounty rune, gets a kill, gets a rune. Just tiny things.
Ouch. What's the total damage on that right now? It's 993. Okay, cool. Apparently he was still taking from an urn as well. Nice. That was ages ago, I'm guessing, but it did account for 18 damage. I wonder if that gave an assist to Brax, because there was 18 damage.
He's got an assist. I'm not sure if it's from that kill or not.
Yeah, I have no idea. All right, move. Man, when's Did he lasso for the kill on Brax? I don't think he did, right?
No.
Has he lassoed yet?
I did once top when he didn't get the kill. Or bottom, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to hookshot to try and get out of there. Brax and Gunner show up here. They want DNM, but not sure they've got the damage. And the lasso you mentioned is there and available. They're going to go on Gunner. I believe this will be more than enough damage to get this kill. And, all right.
I mean, if I'm Gunner, I'm definitely thinking that thing's down or something. Because, yeah, you're right. It was the one time where Brax TP'd out, but that's like the only one I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, Sentry's down. Sammy does see snaking here.
Yeah, he's just looking to get back to safety, perhaps. Does have his triangle available, but Radiant have done a really good job invading this top jungle while also getting vision of that Ancients and Triangle area.
Yeah, they missed it on like a little bit of the early game portions of that, but since like 13 minutes, the squeeze has really happened on Sammy.
Yeah.
It's not the good kind of squeeze where his net worth's going way up. This is like the the GameStop squeeze. It's going the other way.
Oh no.
It's trending downward. So the hedge funds are interfering, all kinds of manipulation happening from this Crystal Maiden. The rules aren't the same.
You know, Ice Frog is like the commission here. He's giving these Alk nerfs and stuff. No, making it
Someone
harder
had to
for
step
him.
in, frankly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, did Snakey not see him? I don't think they saw each other. Wow, this is very unfortunate for Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy, he's surrounded. A lot of heroes coming. Void Spirits here, so all Snakey... Oh, he's just too fast with this phase SMY. He may still get caught here. Misses the pullback, unfortunately.
These are like
Sammy.
the best and worst jukes of all time.
Yeah.
The phase boot save.
Sometimes those phase boots, yeah. Extra value.
Another smoke, though. Whoa, do you see that line? They're smoking all the way down. That's a Husky called out. Husky's right.
Oh. Luckily, Ocean's there to rake it, and he's going to happily just throw away his life, I imagine, to protect his cores.
Look at them trying to block the hook shot.
Gunner's coming in, though. They're looking to turn this one around. Abatos does a lot of damage, but they immediately just disengage.
He couldn't find his way out of there. Would need a real miracle on that angle.
Right now, it feels, you know, they've got an out, but it feels almost like four Zoomers are playing a bit, like, very passive. Like, Gunner and Brax are not playing together to create space for out. They're just playing separate lanes. It's almost like they're playing discrete game.
I think they're trying to create the space using the lanes right now. I mean, because it had been working for a long time, right? With, like, Brax just being this body down bottom and, like, forcing and shoving. But, yeah, now it's, the speed at which the Sadboys can move across the map is much faster now.
It feels like the game plan is just being throw these support lives to create space for our cores, because Brax has only died once, surprisingly. I thought he died like 2 or 3 times, but he's done a really good job of not getting picked off. Gunner's 5-1 and 2, so Ocean as well as Husky just, you know, throwing bodies to protect their out. They're going to take a fight now. Abatos blows up Snaking. We've seen that one before. Sammy doesn't have a stun target, so he's going to stun himself, and there is an Omnislash to worry about in a couple of seconds. He's going to go for it. It bounces away from the Sammy boy out. Instead, it's going to be Gunner on the Tiny, who does end up going down. The hookshot just, unfortunately, was a millisecond too late. Fear in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't have an out. Has Blade Fear in a couple of seconds, but it's too late to save his life as Sammy boy thinks about going chasing here. They've got a slow one to Moo, who isn't Firefly, so he should be able to get back up to the high ground.
He's looking for the grab.
Yeah. Oh! Nice flame break. And Brax could be in a bit of trouble here. Even with the Yules, he gets pulled back in by the Aether Rend, and now he gets lassoed and brought down. Sadboys playing really well right now.
It's like they never expect that lasso to still be up. It's always happening like outside of the engagements and the pickoffs. King with a surprisingly high average death per 10 minutes. Not his typical style, you know. The King usually pops off pretty hard. He's like 4th across the DPC there, I believe.
Yeah, for NA upper division. So not the best look. Nice Carapace.
Oh, he's got the Nether Shell too, eh? That is that's a scary Tiny.
Yeah, the -3 armor just doesn't hurt you at all on this hero.
Alright, well, their little spree of shutting down Sammy Boy has, I mean, it's definitely impacted the rest of the heroes on Alchemist, or on Four Zoomers even more so than the Alchemist, but he is still a pretty big lad now. Since that fight, he's picked up an AC, and now he's taking over Brax's spot. Hussey's guarding him nearby, and they're trying to force chaos in the mid.
Brax runs into a couple of Sadboys heroes. We'll think better of taking a fight there, but with rotations coming in, they may be ready to go soon. Out halfway to a BKB, but they want to fight. Hook shot in. They found Snaking once more, and well, the King falls once more.
I'm getting a little close to Gunner there, but he did have some vision. Also, just pretty high HP, right? You look at the items that DNAM's picked up. He's got the Vessel, the Point Booster, and the Ogre Axe.
Oh yeah, he's stinky.
A very beefy Void Spirit.
I think I guess he is still going back for the Ags now, so he will kind of transition more into that mid to late game out. The Spirit Vessel, the worry is, you know, the Alk's just farming, so by the time, you know, late game fights happen, he's going to be able to easily get rid of those Spirit Vessel charges, whether it's BKB or he's going to have the Shard for the Dispel. But it does feel like this Void Spirit's transitioned nicely and continued to farm. Has an Ag Scepter now, so that's another item which can cause a lot of problems for Four Zoomers.
Yeah, I'm curious what he gets next. I'm sure he really wants bots of how this game's going. Feels like having another hero with those would really just like up their game plan, but I don't know if he can afford to. Feels like a smoke time right now from Sadboys.
Oh, they set a Carapace mid, but I'm not going to follow it up. Yeah, neither team really prioritizing the Roche. Like, Sadboys seems like they're the stronger team, you know? They've got this 6k gold lead, but for Zoomers, until they have this out BKB, they definitely don't want to take a fight, but it is coming out now, so maybe it's going to be smoke time for Zoomers as well.
Oh, that's huge, actually. Man, he farms so fast. I like just looked at him. It's like 500 gold past it already.
They group up and immediately pop a smoke, and the drawing line directly towards where Sadboys are on the map.
Nice
they saw
scan.
D&M. Yep. No, this is coming. D&M's going to position himself on the front lines. Have a toss, though. They hook shot. The Cog pushback is there, and they're going to get D&M. They're trying to break the smoke and jump away, but they caught him with the Blink Dagger, and Moo going to be dead as well. That's 2 down, and Sadboys saw it coming, but still got outplayed there.
Yeah, that was pretty cocky. I don't know. I mean, you don't have like an Oracle or something. Even an Oracle, that's a risky play to make.
Yeah.
The tossing.
Sammy boy. Death from above. Not just for him, but possibly for Fear. A great silence. This Manta Style's still on cooldown. 4 staff away. Fear. Actually, I think it was 4 staff. Okay, yeah, by the Nyx, and he goes down as well. 4 dead, suddenly 4 Zoomers. 10k gold ahead, plus a Roshan waiting for them.
He went back for the Omni instead of trying to continue running. Figured he wasn't getting enough space, but the Crypt Swarm to the face just ends it for him. Oh, Sadboys. I mean, it was promising positioning. It looked like they were probably thinking, like, okay, this tier 2's getting a little bit low. The creeps are here. Let's take the tower, then go to the outpost and, you know, try and hold Roche, but...
Down there.
Oh,
Snipes a courier in the enemy base, but... This is that's a bit of a questionable play, not gonna lie. Going for some swag plays. His team is getting Roshan while this goes on, but you know, if Sadboys weren't losing this game, I imagine that's what you'd see a few tips flying out, like, what are you doing, Gunner?
Yeah. Big space, you know. I think what streak did he give? Any streaks? Ah, no streaks. My apologies. Totally fine, you know.
They're going to continue to look to buff up this Alk. Death Prophet has a Solar Crest queued up.
Oh, no bounty. Brax doesn't have the same luck with the shovel, it seems. Man, Solar Crest is just the greatest. I'd love to have one on the Radiant, too, but they don't really have a good hero for it. It is so nice when you have Jug on your team to Solar Crest that guy.
And that's something I know, like, I always talked about. Like, it feels like Jug does really well against these super carriers. Because if you ever get Alk alone, you know, BKB, whatever, you can Omni-Slash it. You can kill him. The man up top could be in some trouble. Astral Step on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Going to try to simulate out of there, but now he's been silenced up, and he's just got no way out of this one.
Oh, well. Yeah, there we go. Back to the call out there. Where's the jump, just in case? Figured that's where he was going. And now Sammy Boy able to initiate with this 9-second BKB with the Blink Dagger and looking towards the old Swift Blink afterwards. So the Zoomers in a very commanding state right now. Sadboys are going to need one of those pickoffs with the Bat Rider pretty much at this point, but a tough ask when it's a modern-day Bat Rider who doesn't go like Blink Force. You know, you can't just like eliminate a single hero that easily. It's going to have to be him and Snake King together, probably.
Yeah, Moo does complete a BKB now, so went back for that item, which, you know, this bot's BKB has been typically the standard go-to build, but it does feel like things have kind of gotten a bit out of hand before this BKB came up for him.
Getting a tier 1 through a tier 2, not great, but there's also an Aegis you don't want to fight, so you're probably going to hold for high ground anyway. You just need to make sure you get back for it.
Yeah, Exorcism plus Mega Farmed Alk is a quick recipe for dead Rax here if Sadboys aren't careful. Moo ready to maybe go with his BKB, but things could be in a bit of a tough spot here. They're going with the BKB lasso. Pull the Alk back in. They're going to kill him once. He will still have the Aegis, and he held onto Chemical Rays for the respawn.
They're going to have to jump in here.
Yeah, Sammy Boy has BKB, so they're not going to commit to him, knowing that it's not going to go well for them if they overcommit on a Chemical Ray Alchemist who has BKB. Doesn't look like Sadboys can hard commit. They're going to take the 1 kill on the Aegis.
How about the
Maybe
Omni?
they're going to consider he's getting low now. Yeah, the Omni slice through the BKB. It bounces around, though. It's being spread pretty nicely, and Sammy's going to turn and fight with the Chemical Ray. He's just healing up too much. Nice hook shot from Ocean. It's going to push spear back into the enemy swarms. 4 heroes surrounded. Has the Manta Star, but that's not going to be enough for him as he goes down without buyback. And Zuma should be able to secure this melee Rax here. No more chemical rage here. They're getting very low. They lose Husky. Possibly more if Rax isn't careful. He's very, very low. This Rax still alive for now. The siege creep. Oh, it's missing. Uphill miss. No. One more right click. Not going to come. So the Rax somehow survives.
Yeah, Sammy Boy bailed. He just wanted to stay safe, didn't want to die. Figured we can just get on the next one. Oh, and gets a Paladin Sword. Well, that's convenient. Man, now they really need that Scotty finished on Fear.
Yeah. Blinking top. They want to go and move. He BKBs. He doesn't have a lasso, but he might just kill Gunner here.
Ocean. Cut off snaking. Else there could have been some actual help there.
All right. Moo gets the 1 kill, and they lose snaking elsewhere in return for Ocean as...
that's pretty good.
I think, yeah, that was fine for Sadboys, right?
Moo just got to kill 1v2. I guess Gunner just didn't quite have the damage there after the BKB popped. That Gunner died. He just straight up died to Firefly. Okay, napalm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the Alk blinked in with a stun channel to try and kill the bat, and he just BKB dodged the stun, turned and killed the Tiny with, like, BKB Firefly.
That was wild. All right. Big kills to give away for free.
Yes, and, you know, they lose a range Rax. Their melee Rax still standing. No more Aegis to deal with. Like, Sadboys, when defending their high ground, they look pretty potent here with this Bat Rider able to pull people in.
And that was with the Omni being pretty much negated by the HP regen, so that was not like a best case scenario. Jeez, they got some good items on the side of the Zoomers. What do you got on Sadboy so far? Just the Mindbreaker and the Tunic. Tunic's pretty good right now. And a gem. The closeout item now coming out here for Husky.
Yeah. I mean, they know their Alk has reached more or less 6-slot status. We're going to see them go take out this outpost for themselves. Probably try to look to play around the double outpost bounty runes at 30 minutes. But they are going to invade this Radiant jungle, seeing what they can find here. Yeah, Sammy Boy is just so tanky.
Tough play for Sadboys because they don't have a tier 2 yet, so they can't like counter pressure top or have someone just go up for the play. They either need to invade or take down that top tower very quickly.
Yeah, Barrow is doing what he can to keep this top lane pushed out, but not a natural tower pusher, just able to clear the creeps.
It's crazy how well Sadboys like pressured that Alk in some of the more defining moments of this game, but then one slip up and then like that just play around the top tower and trying to prep for the Roche, and suddenly Alk's network just explodes. Right, he gets back into that freedom on the map, and now he's absolutely massive. He's Swift Blink done, like halfway to an Abyssal at this point.
For Zuma's not so much thinking it's go time, but trying to just hunt for some pickoffs up top. They make a nice smoke move to invade the triangle as well as try to catch some of the split pushing heroes, but unable to do so. So they'll grab some bounty runes. Looks like Snaking might be able to sneak some down bottom. Whoa, Courier. Kept alive for now. And Snaking will grab this bounty rune.
He almost got the Courier again.
Yeah. I'm just going to get 2. Okay. Or Zoomers just wanted to stay on that top side of the map. They want to play around Roche, of course, but won't respawn for at least another minute. So Snaking gets some nice gold for his team.
They did, of course, get the double outpost, though. So that's a pretty big win, considering they weren't even really covering it at that point. Maybe a missed opportunity there. Shiva's now finally complete there from Moo as the follow-up. He's got Shiva's and the Psychic Headband. A lot of int.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
How do you rate this game as far as Alk Ag Scepter sharing games go?
Ooh. I mean, I'm always partial to the tiny one, and Gunner's going to build for it. Like Echo into potential Daedalus, you know, chucking some trees. Yep. That's a classic. But I think his own items are a little too important right now. I definitely like going for the Abyssal first. Fortunately, he needs the Spider Legs, right? That's the real good Alk game. Spider Legs come out next. Yeah. You swap it for the Phase Boots, and you're very happy. But they were not lucky enough this time. Oh, I didn't see what they finished it with on the Radiant. Any good neutrals? Just the headband.
Nothing really,
yeah, that's pretty rough. Quiver's okay.
Off they go. Sadboys make their move out of their base. They know Roche could have respawned, so yeah,
A huge roast spawn. That is not good for Sadboys.
yeah. They might shoot through like multiple smokes, thinking they got to contest this Roche, which isn't coming for ages.
And they don't have flare, you know. They don't really have any way to scout this out other than feeding couriers.
I feel like mid lane, the Carapace.
No vision.
Nice force up away, and Moo gets the lasso off still. It's a BKB Tiny though. Have they got the damage for this? Without the Omni Slash, they don't, so he's going to commit it. Gunner's still very tanky with all that bonus armor of his, and he's not going to die to the Omni Slash, but he will die to the full-up damage. As Sammy Boy looking to turn this one around with the Battlefield, he's just cleaving through the Batrider onto the CM. He gets both kills with ease. Needs to be careful, as Tiny does not want to use his buyback here. It looks like Sammy's just going to push the high ground without the Tiny. And Brax with an exorcism out on DP is just going to secure a pretty safe high ground push here. Only 2 alive for Sadboys to defend with.
So this item didn't get touched that last patch, eh? The old Swift Blink, because
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing more and more of it. That was disgusting. He actually just cleaved through 2 heroes in a single stun, and he's not even done. They're on the run. Sorry, I was reading bedtime stories before this.
Sammy, BKB, doesn't have mana for a TP here. Sammy? Could be in trouble, and he's going to blink. They want to chase, it looks like.
Oh, he sold the boots. He's not even hanging on to them for the escape.
Brax, luckily for him, no mana on Snake King's Nyx Assassin, but he gets jumped in. I believe they'll have enough damage here. Alk just turns around. You mentioned that Swift Blink. He is absolutely shredding them. Oh, boy. Sammy Boy with the Ocean help. Nice hookshot Cogs pushback. We'll get a couple more kills in. Oh, jetpacking over.
Oh, fly.
I love it. It's such a fun shard. It feels so... like it's either crap or like surprisingly good. Like it feels like there's no like middle ground with this jetpack.
I appreciate that it has like a decently low cooldown of like 20 seconds. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit lower, like maybe like 15 would make it even more fun. It is very goofy. I approve of its goofiness. I wish it gave you flying angles for your hook shots. So that might be a little broken. Can they actually get Sammy Boy? Oh, he's gone.
They can. Yeah.
Agreed.
He doesn't have buyback. Okay, he will. 2 gold short, so we'll have it in a second. As Sadboys want to get Brax as well, they could set up a Roshan's respawning. This is good timing to kill an Elk.
Bounties too. So the question is, do you get distracted by that? But I mean, they'll know because it was like max timer Roche. They know what's back up if they're keeping track. And bonus kill on Ocean
here. He carapaced the battery assault. Nope.
I can't believe he didn't get that. I feel for that.
That was just a bit of unlucky timing more than anything. They're still going to grab the bounty runes here, and Ocean may still die. It looks like with the Spirit Vessel charges, and yet that Carapace will land. Yeah. Well, they got to go fast, because this Dire team is respawning in 40 seconds if they want to grab this Roshan. They need to head there soon. They should know it's up as well. It was a max duration respawn.
They didn't get anything lucky in regards to Roche. They didn't get like an orb or anything. I don't even think they have a medallion. So it's not like a mega fast Roshing for Fear. Yeah. But, I mean, it's Jug. You'll get it done. Just, could be a bit worrisome if the buybacks come through. Of course, Alchemist doesn't really want to buy back either. Even if this is like a 1 game. That's someone's eggs if you buy back, you know?
Yeah.
Teammates are like, no, it's fine.
It's that the lower your cooldown for respawning gets, the less likely you are to buy back. Like, he doesn't want to buy back on 10 seconds. So they do still get root.
Yeah, it's only cheese, unfortunately. All right, PGD is like, all right, guys, come on. We gotta... so you know the Roshing's a little rough this game. And he also knows he's never going to be able to stand still in a team fight ever versus this lineup. So, hey, you might as well. Before you start freezing fielding the waves, too. All right, who's getting this thing? Is it Gunner? Gotta be Gunner. He's a little bit shy. Sorry, he needs another 100 gold before the excitement comes through. But, okay, he's got a Daedalus. Come on, give me the tree volley.
It's happening. There we go. Gunner with an Ag Scepter now.
Wow. Only considering game's still going at 35 minutes, he's got the third highest of the patch, with Gabby having the record. Holy, what? Gabby had 6,000 more? Jeez, that sounds like it was one hell of a game.
Wait, his net worth drops because he pulled an Acceptor though,
Oh,
right?
that's what it was. Right,
Wouldn't that be a
way
little
more sense.
skewed? I'm
Oh, so Gabby's just greedy. That's all that stat
yeah,
says. I see.
exactly. He refuses
Gabby's
to
not
pull
a team
out.
player. Knoxville just wants to start. It's about a 2K lead still. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Very impressive. All right, what do we got here?
Oh,
Where's my
initiation
trees?
from Sammy Boy with the BKB out and the tree throw. They blow up the Bat Rider. The Omni Slash is just bouncing through everyone. It absolutely shreds Staking. Oh, that Juggernaut damage was huge. Ocean barely survives through it. Fear with the DD still on. He wants some more targets to right click, but he's going to lose his first life with an Aegis. Who could be coming back up soon, but he's got no teammates. They've lost the Void Spur on the backlines to the Brax Exorcism, and now Fear in all sorts of trouble as he gets caught by a cast. And the follow-up from Gunner's Avatos, that should seal the deal. GG.
Yeah, well done. The Alk lineup. Good moments for Sadboys, you know? They did some things right, but Zoomers were just better in this one. I think, like the laning phase, and just the way the Brax pressure on that bottom lane. Like, he was, 0-1-1 for the longest time, but he did a lot this game, just by being present there.
It felt like they just knew they would win the game with a farmed Alk. They were happy for these supports to just run in, tank smoke ganks. Kind of like, at times it felt like Clockwork and Enchantress were just, quote unquote feeding. But while they were dying 5-6 times in the first 20 to 30 minutes, all the cores were getting farmed. And of course, Alk particularly, just nobody could stop him.
Yeah, you just get into a hard spot with the Sadboys lineup because they're very kill dependent, especially with all the changes to Bat Rider and like how much slower he kills creeps and stuff now. So it's harder for you to play that same kind of game that the Zoomers were. They basically just needed like 5-man into towers with Healing Ward, and they don't even have the best heroes for that. So they were just super dependent on shutting down this Alchemist at that very pivotal window, and that's just an extremely hard thing to execute. And you miss a couple timings, and the Zoomers know how to exploit that and carry the rest of it through to the victory.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for Sadboys, they're down a game, one loss away from being in those pesky tiebreakers, as Fear called them. I think, even if they end up in them, chances are 2 of the 3 teams stay in. I don't think they're going to get relegated, but, for Sadboys, they don't want to have to play them probably. They're probably like, come on, we just got to, let's get the job done. But
yeah,
it's a tough matchup.
I didn't think that that they were going to lose some of the other matches they lost this season, though. So you don't want to be there. Get some wins.
Yes. We'll see if they can bounce back or not. We're going to go to a quick break and then come back with the panel and game number 2.